We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35, he was second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scalaboo. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Dart going to give to Scalaboo. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33.
He's taken down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and 2. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing his dart. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra injury.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16.
He's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Giants nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Dart. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It'll return, will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. To throw, Dart. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. 3rd down and 13.
Here we go.
Now Dart. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
It's fourth down.
Jamie Gillen now on the
Jamie
punt.
Gillen in punt formation for the Giants.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
First down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Cowboys.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's across
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at it, 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Torrey Horton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Winning always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with the 1st down now. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You look at this Cowboys defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. And this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense.
And now the rookie's free. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works, and they get the 2 instead of 1. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it as we resume action. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. On the other, it's laying to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamb's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Dallas.
On the draw, here's Blue. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jaden Blue, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Giants 8. Brandon Aubrey to kick.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scores or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Well, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Handoff, Blue running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Dak is going to mix it up. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the big return has them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw, Dart. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, it's Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really... That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it away for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 72 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Giants 22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one people. It keeps the entire offense rested up.
Here's second and 10.
Defensively.
Back 60. Tag. 60. Back to 60.
To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll go play action here with Dart. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. To the air, Dart. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Prescott off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this would be incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On third down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Throwing his dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All he's going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They work now on 2nd and 9.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's Dart. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of 40 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Here we go. Shot. Cougar 19.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing, Dart. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
70. Come on. Set. 70.
To throw once more. Here's Dart. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Could. Connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And he will go down. The Cowboys say. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining. In this first half. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. I think tight ends love this run because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
This is taken at about the 14.
Darius Slayton. A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Prescott to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll try to run forward, Bill. And he will have a Cowboys first down. I do believe, yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw, Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And don't have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. They begin with a carry for Blue. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make some plays in their backfield.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Calling the gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
The defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw is Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as they'll get this up to the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
A gain of 9.
Prescott. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To the air again, Prescott. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. I mean, they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
A gain of 16 yards.
Prescott down.
Down.
That is caught by Lamb. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Picked out by Trayvon Diggs. And they start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
Still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
An inside run to Scatterby. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Burnley's run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing his dart. Complete right side to Hyatt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
Draw at Scatterby. They just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Savan Revel. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with blue. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They go again with blue. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there at the 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Toss play to the right to Blue. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
That's another Cowboys Cowboys, first down. A gain of 13.
Gets into receiver in motion left.
Cowboy, first down.
First down, and they go right back to blue. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Cowboys, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Blue will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, my goodness, how about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself in.
We're going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week. Is that too much to ask for?
That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But boy, what a start for him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're getting out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll start on the ground to Scatterby. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At their 49-yard line.
Now Dart. That was nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Dart going to look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with the execution of it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run again with Blue. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, they were just out-person that. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
37-yard line.
Looking to throw a dart. That one taken in by Neighbors.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here we go. Mustang 19. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Cougar 19. Go.
To throw now, dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
16 yards.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Now throwing again. Here's Dart. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Dart. Here it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
First and goal.
They got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. First down, here's Scatterby. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're gritting. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point open through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Brings up second and a yard.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,